Hey, welcome back to the channel, y'all. My name is Keith, and I'm sure glad that you stopped by today. First and foremost, thoughts and prayers are with all of you who may have been impacted by this ice storms that came in this past weekend. I know some of you lost power, may still be without power. So thoughts and prayers with you. And also, y'all, be prepared. We got another round of storms supposed to head in this weekend, this coming weekend. So just thoughts and prayers with everyone who may have been impacted by that, and please be safe wherever you may be. So today's video, want to continue the conversation we've been having this month about grill smarter, spend less. That's been the theme of the month. And we've talked about a number of things, right? We've talked about fire management. We talked about meat selection, right? Cuts of meat that may serve you well when you're out there in the grocery stores. We talked about a number of things. In today's video, what I want to do is bring that all together for you and show you what that looks like. So for those of you who don't know, my wife and I, we have 8 children. We're a family of 10. So grilling smarter, spending less is a necessity for us, right? It all comes back to resource management, being good steward of the resources that we've been blessed with. And in order to be able to provide our family of 10 with shelter, clothing, care, transportation, food, we have to be intentional. We have to be good resources of what God has given us. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Take some of those principles we talked about this month, and I'm going to give you some examples and share with you how we implement those with our large family of 10. So if that sounds good to you, then let's dive in. So first topic I want to get into, let's talk about savings and stewardship. So first, what I mean by savings is when it comes to savings, people immediately go to, hey, we got to clip coupons, we got to shop the sales flyers, we got to look for deals and all of that. And that's important. Don't get me wrong, that is important. But don't stop there because we also have to talk about stewardship. And stewardship is, are you getting the most out of the resources that you have? How can you fully utilize the resources that you have and eliminate waste? That's where stewardship comes into play. Because what this looks like is, if you don't consider stewardship, you may get this awesome deal on charcoal, right? Buying during Memorial Day. You know, a lot of us load up during Memorial Day, 4th of July, go get a bunch of it. If you do that, but you don't know how to get the most out of that charcoal, right? You don't understand the principles of fire management, you're using too much charcoal, you're wasting coal, then the savings that you've got on the front end, you just wiped it out in the back end because you don't know how to manage the fire. You don't know how much charcoal to use. Does that make sense? So just keep in mind that you need both of those in order to save resources, in order to be a good steward, right? You got to know how to save on the front end, but know how to fully utilize what you have. And that's why during this month, I think we started off with a video on fire management. I'll drop the Grill Smarter, Spend Less playlist for 2026 down below if you want to go check that out. But we started on fire management. And fire management is critical when you're grilling, not only for flavor, right? To impart that flavor on your food we all love, but also to conserve the resources that we have. In this case, we're talking about charcoal or your fuel source. So definitely keep that in mind when you're trying to grill smarter, spend less. Next thing we need to talk about is setting expectations. And what I mean by that is that real life beats perfect execution. Say that one more time. Real life is going to be greater than perfect execution. And for some of us, I know we're hard on ourselves when we have just spent X number of dollars on food and we get it home and it doesn't go right on the grill, right? I make mistakes. I've been grilling a while, man, and I still make mistakes, right? I could still slip up and do something, right? And now we've got to cut a meat, or if you're just beginning, right, you got that pressure, man. I'm trying to get the most out of this cut, but man, something didn't go right on the grill. Just remember, real life over perfect execution. Be creative, Sure, you may have overcharred it, man. Peel that skin off. Use the meat underneath it. And let's turn that into something else, right? Shred up that chicken from those leg quarters, turn that into tacos. Turn that into taco soup. My wife does an awesome taco soup where she shreds up chicken. We put it in the Instapot, add some different things to it, man, and turn that into a taco soup. All I'm saying is be creative. Don't put all that pressure on yourself. When you make mistakes on the grill, when life gives you lemons, what do? You make lemonade, right? Be creative. Be creative because that's part of stewardship, right? That's part of getting the most out this grilling session. And I would say, man, it's really, I know you can burn food. I know you can mess it up, but something's got to be really good and gone for me not to even want to eat it, man, right? Chances are I'm going to try to be creative. I'm going to try to figure something out so we can get the most of the resources we already put into this food. Next item we want to talk about is having systems to serve your family. Having systems to serve your family. And for me, when you watch my videos and you see me grilling, know that I'm not grilling just to be grilling. I'm grilling to serve my family. And if there was no YouTube, there was no camera recording me, I'd still be doing what I'm doing because I enjoy the craft. I enjoy serving my family. And I'm so thankful that I can share this with you all and you all are interested and we can share this via YouTube. And what that looks like for me is that every month my wife and I get together. She'll do her meal planning. She'll map out kind of meals for us to feed us all throughout the month. And we'll get together and we'll have a certain amount of money allocated to our grilling budget. And we'll be like, okay, what cuts of meat do we want to buy this month? What are we grilling this month? And what we'll do, we'll sit down and look at the sales flyers. We'll do some forecasting because if you track the sales in your grocery stores over months, over years, what I've noticed, you can predict when certain cuts of meat are going to be on sale, right? You look, you say, okay, pork chops haven't been on sale. Those will probably come up again. Or, Boston butts haven't been on sale. They'll come up again. So we'll factor that in as well. And we'll identify the cuts of meat we want to cook. And then I'll go out and get them. I'll prep them and I'll cook in batches. You know what I mean? And that was a big kind of unlock for me as our family grew, is to take more advantage of batch cooking. Man, because I'm telling you, if it's just you and you want to figure everything out the day of dinner, that's one thing. When you got 2 people in your family, that's one thing. When you got 3, 4, 5, and you going out to eat every night, or you trying to figure out dinner every night and you go to the grocery store, that's different. When you got 10 people, oh man, it becomes more complicated. It becomes more in depth, and that price tag goes up, right? We can't figure out what we're going to have to dinner and just freestyle a whole month and try to figure it out. That is stressful. That is time consuming. If you got to go out to eat, cost prohibitive. Because I'm telling you, man, with my family, I can drop $150 Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, easy. If that's what we doing every day, right? So that's not being a good steward. You know what I mean? That is not being a good steward. Sure, those things are fine every now and then. Be intentional. You treat the family, you do things. But to do that, you know what I'm saying, day in and day out, when we have more cost-effective ways to feed our family and provide for our family, when it comes to stewardship, it's our responsibility to take advantage of those things. And a lot of that comes from proper planning. So that's what we do. We sit down, identify the cuts, and then I'll come home and we'll figure out how to grill them. And then when it comes to content, I'll figure out, okay, how can I integrate this into the videos we're doing this month? You know what I mean? So that way I'm feeding my family, but I'm also figuring out content angles and ways that we can look at this to where I can provide content to you all, if that makes sense. So yeah, and when it comes to systems, I do a lot of batch grilling, a lot of batch cooking. You've seen some of the tools I use, right? I got big bus tubs I use. I typically keep my keep aluminum foil on deck. I keep all my seasonings on deck. Got my large cutting boards. So yeah, think about systems you can use, right? Because grilling, man, is an awesome way Awesome way to be able to treat your family, enjoy the taste, but also be able to prepare a large quantity of food efficiently. Next item we need to talk about, and this is something I've learned, is be intentional when you're grilling. Be intentional to get the most out of your grilling sessions. And what I mean by that is, a good example is, we had these storms roll in last week. And when we saw that on the forecast, we went through our emergency preparedness, right? They were forecasting power outages. They were forecasting all that. So we spent that week making sure we knew where flashlights are, we got batteries are. I went and fired up my generator. I'm glad I did that because I had a clogged carburetor. I had a new carburetor ordered. I was able to put that in before the storms hit to get that back online. And one thing too, we looked in the freezer and we said, hey, do we want to put some stuff on the grill, do some batch cooking, so in the event the power goes out, right, we can get this food cooked, defrosted, and we can cook it on the grill, kind of let the smoke hit it back up, do that type of thing. Thinking about stewardship, right? Thinking about providing for our family. 10 people now, power outage, right? 11 people. We had some family come in as well. So we got 11 people now. We got to think about how we going to feed in the event of a power outage. So we were intentional about our grilling that week to make sure we had the food on hand to feed our family. Does that make sense? So that's what I mean by intentional. So that could be meal planning, not just for emergency power outages, things like that. That could be meal planning for the month, right? What do you want to eat? You want leg quarters? Leg quarters are an inexpensive cut of meat. Let's spend 2 days cooking up some leg quarters, right? We can cook up 30 pounds, 40 pounds. And what do? We'll then get those leg quarters. Because we know we're going to freeze them, I might not take them all the way and done this, right? As far as they'll be safe to eat, but I might not take them as all the way as I would if I know we were eating that day, to leave some margin. So what we'll do, we'll bring them out, let them sit, freeze them, right? Put them in freezer bags, freeze them, stack them in the freezer. The kids want to eat them, they can pull them out, pop them in the air fryer. Boom, they got them. They're good. Taking care of lunch and dinner for maybe a week or two, right? So that's what I mean by being intentional and having a plan, man, because when you're single and you just got maybe you and a spouse, that's one thing. But when you got kids and they looking at you like, Mom, I'm hungry, Daddy, I'm hungry, and they not to the age where they can cook yet, or they might be able to cook, but they got to have something in the house to cook. Now we can use grilling to supplement, right? We can use grilling to give us options for dinner, for breakfast, for lunch, right? Something that we can whip up pretty quick and have on the table and ready to go. So yeah, that's the takeaway there, is be intentional and have a plan. So hopefully y'all, this conversation has helped you, right? This whole month has been dedicated to grilling smarter and spending less. If you missed the videos we put out this month, I'll drop a playlist down below for you to go check out. It's our Grill Smarter, Spend Less playlist for 2026. So some of the things we talked about, go check out those videos where we go into more detail. And if you like this type of content, if you like this type of engaging content, if you enjoy grilling, if you want to better understand the craft, if you want to grow and expand your grilling game, definitely sign up for my newsletter. This is a newsletter I put out every week. It's intended to help you, to help me, to help all of us level up our grilling game and get the most out of the time we spend out there on the grill. So if you want to sign up for our newsletter, I'll drop a link down below for you to check out. I appreciate you so much for hanging out with me. Until next time, grill boldly, serve proudly, and enjoy the process. I want to give a big shout out to our channel members. It's because of your generous support that we're able to keep creating and sharing these grilling resources. You're a huge part of this community, and we couldn't do it without you.